YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Russo. You already know why we're here. There needs no introduction. If you saw the 76ers Timberwolves game, you saw Joel Embiid and KARL-ANTHONY Towns got, well, into a bit of a scuffle. But don't let me do the talking. Watch for yourself. Player there, Joel Embiid, hits a nice little mid-range, and yeah, shit got wild. So we'll react to this whole fight. Then we'll look at the aftermath on Twitter. A lot of people see everyone's reactions to it. Because shit went crazy. 76ers won this game pretty convincingly. Like 20 points or some shit. Simmons got the steal there. There you saw Embiid and Towns getting a bit of a scuffle. And then here we go. Shit just went down. Fucking ring the bell. You know the Logan Paul and K. So I put this on the undercard. Let these boys go ham. Look at everyone going on the ground. Ben Simmons putting him in a chokehold. KARL-ANTHONY Towns, he's tapping out. Shit went wild. See 76ers are raping him as well. Jay Rich there, Wiggins, everyone's involved. Absolute mayhem in this game. Cat's getting held back by all the players. Embiid, he relishes this shit. Cat, known for being a soft player, must be hating this. Here's how it all started. Cameraman, put it back on. There we go. So getting a scuffle. Cat threw a punch or some shit and put him on the ground. You see Jeff Teague trying to hold him off. And that's unfortunate for both players. They'll be ejected for a bit too, you'd think. Probably one game, probably more. We've got Embiid, he relishes it. He's a dickhead, but he's a good player. But he loves that attention. Mike Scott, you see him dapping him up. He loves it. Embiid shadow punching. Everyone getting involved. Everyone's into it. And it's good when this shit happens for the neutral because it's entertaining. Let's face it, we need more of this sort of stuff. It's good entertainment for the boys. Anyways, they both get hit with double technicals. Yeah, there's Embiid. Alright. Now let's check out the reaction side of things. Alright, so as you can see, brought to you by Fox Sports. Bitch, a pussy, I own you. We can assume that those asterisks means, I'm fairly sure that is, Joel Embiid and KARL-ANTHONY Towns in Instagram war after on-court brawl. So Joel Embiid, he, nicely tweeted it. Great team win. I was raised around lines and a cat pulled me tonight. LMAO. That means laughing my ass off. And also by cat, you could assume he means KARL-ANTHONY Towns. Because if you want to wear cat, it's spelled K-A-T is the acronym for KARL-ANTHONY Towns. You get the gist. Anyways, got his mama giving middle fingers left and right. That's some serious real estate in caps lock for effect. Hashtag fight night. Hashtag I ain't no bitch. He posted, nice photos. Great. There's Fox Sports quoting it. We don't have to read it again. And in post-game, he said he was no bitch. So real flares went off this game. A lot of talking. Can't happen out of nowhere. I just did what I had to do. I was just trying to control myself, and it happens. That's a good point. Not to go down without a proverbial fight, Towns responded. I ain't no bitch. Raise around lines. Now you see when they put some words in caps and some words in little lowercase letters. That means like you're saying you're stupid. If you didn't know, that's what that effect means. And he puts the cap emoji because he's talking cap, and he put it on the clown's head. I don't know if he meant it. He probably did because he's calling Joel Embiid a clown. As you can see, he posts some photos. I'm not sure why he posted the photo of Embiid crying because Cat's never been in the second round. It's like you're taking an L, bro. What are you talking about? Because at this point things got really out of hand. Embiid left a comment on Towns' post. Now this is where Cat took the L. You don't delete a comment on Instagram. That means you're scared and you don't want smoke. The tough guy act ain't cutting it. You know what you are. You know what you've always been. It's dash. No. You know what they are. I don't know a proper analogy for it. A pussy. Say it louder for the people in the back. The people in the back can hear it. He's been kicking his ass and pretty please make the playoffs before you talk. It's a known thing that I own you. I wouldn't say he owns him, but he's certainly got in his head tonight, and that's a good point. The playoffs. They've been playoffs once in the last 15 years or some shit. That's because of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler. But he's not there anymore, obviously. He's not even on the Sixers. He's on my Heat. So Sixers suck. I'm not Sixers. Sixers are very good. Timberwolves suck. They're doing alright this season, but they've only made the playoffs once. So Cat shouldn't have done that. Of Embiid crying in the playoffs. Is like, bro, you've been in the playoffs once. Like, settle down. Naturally, there's history here. Yep, and there's Joel Worldwide Wob. He's a funny fella. Rudy Gobert, put a nice GIF emoji. And there it is there. And on Instagram, he did quote Jimmy Butler as well. There's that as well. We got some more reaction. NBC Sports Philly. So, you know, things get escalated. That's a good point. They did escalate. I was not aware. JJ Redick says Lob City Clippers don't care about Lob City Clippers. Rachel Nichols, biggest casual journalist, and loves Zion Williamson. Cat fight. Really have been waiting a long time to get to use that one. Because if, once again, you don't understand cat, that stands for KARL-ANTHONY Towns. And, yeah, cat fights, you know, cat's fight, yeah. Ben Simmons ends up with an arm around Towns' neck. Now, that whole situation, I think, is just trying to protect this, because they're good friends, him and Towns. I think he's just trying to protect them, even if it didn't look like that. Al Horford's sister, who I remember took an L one time on Twitter for some reason, she chimed in, and Al Horford didn't want to get involved, apparently. Bleacher Report, yep. NBC Sports Philly, a funny photo of some guy, presumably Halloween costume. I don't celebrate Halloween, I'm Australian. That's just how we do it here. Someone somewhere is stitching EMBIID on the back of a robe. Alright. Seamus Clancy, don't know who you are. Josiah Johnson, I've seen you before, I don't know who you are. Like, I don't know who all these fucking blue tick guys are, but they're there. Now, this is another good point actually while we're here, because great team win, his raise around lines, yep. And he mentions LMAO, Jimmy Butler. I miss being part of the third stringers, because if you remember, he lost to Jimmy Butler and the third stringers in a scrimmage once. That's embarrassing. 76ers won the fight and the game. I wouldn't say they won the fight. Did anyone win the fight? Like, no one fucking threw punches. But, and beat Timberwolves. So, yeah, very interesting developments there. They'll both be suspended for a bit. Both, obviously, the best players on each other's teams. You could say Timberwolves need Cat a lot more than the Sixers need EMBIID, because the Sixers are pretty stacked. Other than their bench, it's a bit weak. But Timberwolves, other than Cat, who else have they got? They got Jeff Teague, Shabazz Napier, Andrew Wiggins, Robert Covington, who I do like, but I mean, it's just not enough depth, and you only think that this is going to hurt their playoff chances, because every game counts, especially in the West. Remember a few years ago, Timberwolves and Nuggets, the last game of the season, came out for a playoff spot. So, be interesting what happens after this. Yeah, things got out of hand, but if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to your boy, nearly at 300 subs, mean a lot if you did. Until next time, it's Russo. I'll catch you next time. Peace.